let me show you what we are going to be exploring today. And that is taking, again, a file like this. It's a scan floor plan with some elevations on it. And with just a click and about 5 minutes of time, we are going to produce this. You have a vectorized file of the drawing, and you even have some layers that are automatically created here. And, you can fine tune some stuff and then download this into your local machine and start working on it in a matter of minutes. So that is as complicated as this workflow is. You take a drawing, you upload it, you press a button, and you download it and you start working on it. All right, so here we are inside the Build Workspace platform. So this is cloud-based. There's also a mobile app. So, from your mobile device, you can go to the Apple App Store, you can go to Google Play and get the Build Workspace app. So there's some functionality there where you can walk around the job site, take some pictures, and then bring that into these projects. So one of the great things about how this is set up is it's extremely intuitive. Most people can onboard themselves with this software. We're always around for questions, but everything is pretty basic and makes sense. So these 4 cards that exist right now, these are projects that I have created. So if you want to create a new project, you simply click the button here, fill out the information, and voila, you have a new project. So on top of the project cards, we have the ability to generate a report. This is going to be from images that we add, either upload to this platform from our PC or from the mobile device. And then we have our AI Vectorize tool, which we are going to spend the majority of time on today. So it is important to note that right now, these are the 2 tools that live within Build Workspace. Build Workspace is going to be this entire collaborative platform that HP is just going to keep building and iterating on. And so there's going to be more tools that are going to be rolled out, and that is on the roadmap. Right now, this are your 2 choices to take advantage of. So let's jump into our demo project, and you can see some files that we have added here. So I have, for example, 2 versions of this floor plan. One that I brought in at an earlier date and already vectorized it. So I can see that by this star icon. And this is a PDF. So if I want to bring in other files, you can simply select the New Plans button and navigate to your directory to add a plan in that way. Or you can drag and drop files directly into this window and it will add them. So that being said, this is a PDF. We will take a look at this. And it's important to note that this is a raster PDF. There's no vector information here. So it's an important distinction, because if you have a PDF that was generated out of CAD, then that vector information lives in the file, and it's very easy to bring that back into CAD and click a button and bring that back into an editable CAD file. Now, if you're working on an older project and a renovation and all you have is a scan, all you have is this flat, informationless drawing, then you're going to need a way to convert that to CAD if you need to do some edits here. So this is a great example because we have a floor plan and we have some elevations here to take a look at. And now that we're looking at it in this PDF preview mode, it is important to point out that there are some edit tools. So if you want to do some basic markups similar to how you would do in Bluebeam, you can do that here. This is very basic though. This is, going to be drawing rectangles or, having a pencil tool, making some notes. You can change the colors of your tool, but very basic markups that you can make to these drawings. Now there's a print button here, which is really interesting because if you have an HP plotter, this is going to open up a piece of software that's a free download called HP Click. And this is where you can manage and have a lot of control over the prints, but send it directly to your device from here without having to open up any other application. So let's get to the meat of this. We are going to vectorize this and turn this into an editable CAD file. And here's how easy it is. So let me get back into the drawing, click the Vectorize button, and it's going to ask you what you want to convert to vector. So by default, it's going to do the full page, but just know that you can crop this and just do a section if you want. We'll leave it to the default and go full image and go to vectorize. And this is being submitted to the AI engine to crawl this image and turn this into vector data. Now, it's going to take a few minutes to do that. Typically, it's about 5 minutes or so. It depends on the complexity of the file, how big the file is. But the AI, when it's done, you will receive a notification. It will happen through your email, and you'll also see that here in this bell icon. So now we can see that we are converting this file, and we will be notified when it's done. So here is what it looks like when it's done. So this one is already vectorized, and we can confirm that because this star icon is illuminated. So now we're going to open this file, and you can see that the AI did a really good job of going through this drawing and grabbing all of the lines and turning that into just good line work, and then did an exceptional job with the text. And that's something you're going to find really powerful with AI Vectorize compared to some legacy software that, has been around for a while. The softwares that have existed did a pretty good job with line work sometimes, but just absolutely atrocious when it came to OCR and text. But in this case, all of the text has been converted. Now, if you want to take away the base layer, we can click that. As you can see, it auto-generates layers for all the different elements as it's going through and recognizing objects. So in this case, it got the door swings. It tried to do a job with the toilets. It's not going to do as good of a job with some of that geometry that has a lot of curvature to it other than these door swings, because it's recognizing that. But then it also did a good job with looking at some of these windows that it picked up there. Now, once this is done, you can go through and make some edits, like if you want to draw in another line, if you want to delete a line out of, something that has been converted here. So you could do some basic editing and changes on this file to make sure you're happy with it to the best of your ability before you commit to downloading. Because everything that we've talked about up to this point is free. It doesn't cost you anything to create a Build Workspace account. It doesn't cost you anything to create your projects and upload files, and even to vectorize. So you can do this and test as much as you want and go through and make your edits. There isn't any kind of a charge until you commit to download. And when you do that, it is going to consume a token. Now, the beauty of this is by signing up for a free account, HP is going to gift you 5 free downloads. So you have some runway to test this out and see how it's going to work. And by the way, if you want to look at how many tokens you have, if you go under the accounting tab on the left-hand side here, you will see how many tokens you have available to you. So once you sign up for a free account, you will see 5 tokens there that are ready for you. So let's get back into this file. This one is still processing. Let's go back into this one. And now we are ready to download. So you saw how easy it was to bring your, let me refresh, to bring your file into the platform, and and do the conversion. And then now we're just going to download. And then so it is going to typically prompt you that you're going to consume a token. But in this case, I did some testing earlier. So now we can see that it created that file. So the question is, how do you purchase tokens? We make that real easy for you on our website, where you have the ability to buy packs of tokens, either in quantities of 10 or quantities of 50, to do your conversions. And again, they will, once you buy them, they sit on your account until you consume them. So a few things I'd like to just be honest with, and absolute transparency here. Some things that AI Vectorize struggles with a little bit, but you need to know that this is built on an AI engine, on a proprietary AI that HP's putting together. So it's constantly being modified and improved to address some of these issues. So in the future, some of these, if not all of these, are going to go away. But where it stands right now, just some things you need to be aware of. So number one, if you have vector files already, you don't need this software. Just you bring them into CAD and you do the convert to CAD, and it takes care of that because it has information to pull from. This software is for taking scanned images that is essentially a picture and converting that into a file that you can use in CAD. So again, if you have vectors, you don't need this. It's redundant work, and you just continue on as you do it. If there are handwritten notes, like if these are as-built and they got handwritten elements to the page, the AI is not smart enough to decipher that yet. I know that there's a concerted effort to work on that, to make that better, but right now it's just not optimum. And then for multi-page PDF files, you will need to explode that file into different single files and do those on a single conversion. But again, I do know that is on the roadmap to be handled very soon, where multi-page files are not an issue. So, we had a banner that popped up earlier that if you want access to this, just comment access in the comments area and we'll get you set up. You can shoot me a message. I'm pretty easy to reach, and we'll get you signed up so you can try it out. So at this point, that's it. I mean, you really don't need to overcomplicate this. It's a super simple platform. There's a lot of functionality in there, but it's easy to use. And as we touched on earlier, most people are able to self onboard with this without any external help. But, we're always here if you need us. Thank you for your time to check this out today. I hope that you do try it and provide us some feedback and get some good value out of it. Again, my name is Kevin, and if there's anything that we can do, we're always here for you. But other than that, take care, and we'll catch you next time.